Hey everyone, and welcome back to some more of Control. So last time we basically met this lady over here. What's her name again? I forgot her name though. Yeah, this lady right here in the boardroom.
This is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
And her name is Pope.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Okay, so we can start by asking her a few questions which will help us in completing the mission, I think. So let's do this.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Objects of power.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks.
I didn't get shit, dude. What the hell?
So HRA stop you from becoming hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. And each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Okay. We know enough.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Okay, so let's get out of here now. Let's look around the room first. What are these things? Headshot boost. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'll take it. Okay, so what am I supposed to do now? Enter the communications department to find the hotline. Which way is communications department? This is gonna be tough. I'm assuming this way? Oh yeah, definitely this way. Before going there, let's see what else we got. This is the elevator. Is there something here? Level 3 clearance. Where's this place? Huh. Nothing here. Alright, let's go to the communications department then. I think it came from that side. Pretty sure. Executive Affairs Director's Office. Yep. This is where I came. What happened to the subtitles, bro? Going the wrong way, definitely. It's weird, why would they even allow you to go back? I bet so we can explore more. Okay, fuck it. Let's just go to the communications department and proceed with the main story. It's that way.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Personal mod, energy recovery. Health recovery, on element pickup. Energy recovery speed. I'll go with health recovery. I was dying a lot. Weird, I still can't access that part. Level 1 security clearance things. You do not have a clearance level. Conceptual material, collectibles. Travel costs. Visit a hotel following Nevada accommodations, Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep Eat Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge, accommodation 831, meal 714, gasoline 295, minibar 313. I do wonder if a motel called Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Crowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Agent L. Hines. Boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Nostalgia department. What? There's one more. You can't see me. That's how you do it, bish. These guys drop health, right? They must have dropped health. Wait, am I supposed to go this way or that way? I'm confused. Probably supposed to go this way.
Yes, it's overpowering here.
Or maybe not.
You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Dead letters? Okay, buddy. Research and records. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for the size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file la for full report. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is perfect for them, is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even erroneous ones allow us insight on how the unknown is perceived by the real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connection to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again, can't wait to delve into my dead letters. Be portable.
Look at him. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Huh. Navigate through communications department. To gain access to fast travel sites throughout the oldest house, okay. You got this. This is Fog. It's basically an open world sort of a thing. Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. The machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at my address in the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Okay, buddy. I think I unlocked this floppy disk.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Huh. Now what? Navigate through the communications department.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Oh, are we? Then let's explore first. This entire place looks exactly the same, bro.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Reach the object of power to cleanse it. Okay. How's memory? I don't even know what to use these things for. What are these materials for? What can I use these materials for though? Okay, I can't stay behind one object for a very long time. How do I get there now? Okay, that's where I needed to go. I'm super low on health, I'm about to die. Run, bitch!
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted.
Oh shit, I didn't even see this guy. He was so, like, right next to me. Oh shit. I'll have to do that all over again? Oh shit. Interesting. That's where I went last time. What did I miss here? This is where I found the floppy disk. But now what? Pneumatics.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom. Locked. Maybe there's a key nearby. This must open the door.
Nice, we got another control point, just like that. frames dropping at that time, dude. This cannot be happening. This game is shit. Holy poop. Oh.
They can fly now. Great.
What am I supposed to do? There's no button to dodge and shit, so... He's just throwing stuff at me too. That's bullshit, bro. I need to be attacking him and at the same time killing these grunts so I can keep recovering my health.
They can fly now. Great.
Dude, why do you stop running? This game is bullshit, dude. Why does she stop running? Now you don't stop running.
They can fly now. Great.
Run. She again stops running.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
His elevated agent display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau utilitarians. Some prefer to change their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against his elevated due to their own challenge in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some His elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording and parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering his resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individual it corrupts. His demolition expert. Bureau allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives with dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Demolition experts are observed by his variations, wield a specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that his restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about the behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer the file, blah blah blah. His corrupted ranger. Rangers are Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. His corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruptions, rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, automatic shotguns. His rangers utilize these weapons as well as advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. His rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense His resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the His rangers are capable of applying to the situation, is it feasible to consider human mind still remains intact to some degree, or is the His able to tap into combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Okay, buddy. Service weapon, floppy disk.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Tea time. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the score on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. French is looking to get his handle on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have anything about that, would you? See you Sunday, Jim.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff...
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
...by sonic weaponry in the hands of...
The His got him.
Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but you can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined it first. Honestly, talk about good luck, huh? So much easier. Hey, are you still recording this?
Health boost. Unlock by upgrading. How do I upgrade shit? Like there, I have 3,762 of weird ass currency, and I can deconstruct this shit to energy recovery speed. Exclusive to Shatter. So basically I need to find the hotline object of power.
The hotline can't be far now.
Wait, I found two things there, right? Tomasi's ID. Tomasi El Porto. Case files. Boot summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Boot, where Bureau agents were discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of the local celebrity located at blah blah blah, which had been connected to a total of dash disappearances in the area. Agents found nobody inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled a light switch cord and disappeared from the view. Another agent was selected excuse me, to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in Butte's home's closet disappeared during this incident.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but you can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds that an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Huh? Undefined reading. Hotline chamber. Hotline security log. Director Trench, Bill Everett, Custodian, Director Trench, Bill Everett, Custodian, Director Trench. Basically, it's both of these guys. Alright, go there. Let me just look around this place. Make sure I'm... okay, look at this. According to the testimony, the agents had been transported from Booth's home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key performing a ritual. By performing a ritual, C-file MOT-01, the key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another model cord found inside the whole room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and the other locals of Boot have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Boot home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, light cords have been found in the oldest house located in blah and blah sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly the link operates is blah, but initial hypothesis center at the Boot AWE as a blah. See Dr. Darling representation 24.3 for more details. Okay, this is where I came from, and like there's nothing else, nowhere else I could go, I think. Yep, pretty sure.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
Wait, what? What just happened? Was I not supposed to do that? Interesting. No way, dude. There's more of you? Fuck off. I saw one more. Where's the last guy? Oh, there he is. What am I supposed to do, bro? How am I supposed to get there? I know I have to pick up the phone, but how? Am I missing something? This game is dumb. It's not even freaking telling me how to get there. Before I go back there. Oh, look at this. I missed this.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices. Today, friend of the show, Dr.
just keep coming back? Oh shit. I can damage myself with that hit? And I have to go to the hotline chamber, just don't know why. Now, what am I supposed to do now? That's what I'm confused about.
Whoa. Have we been here before?
Really?
No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Is somebody gonna come and check me in or something? This is trash. Bro, what the hell? Something just happened.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
So with this, I'm basically switching the doors. Alright. Now maybe I need to go to this. Okay, perfect. install this a third time. Holy shit, this game is fun. Astral plane challenge, okay. Whoa! Didn't mean to do that. What's the challenge though? You need to go past these guys? Is that it?
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench.
A director needs a team. Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder.
But I watched this
Worst
one.
winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroying me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years.
Well, listen to him. He feels more like an
Object should be inaccessible for use except for the director. Object is 96 Xeras, red bakelite telephone. Rotary dial has been replaced with black knob of unknown purpose. Phone ways dash. The object allows the director to communicate with the dash. If used by anyone other than director, the object will cause lethal dash. Object is currently bound to director trench. Object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director not move or the first known bureau agent to use it. Battery of tests were run on the object, including dash and dash, but its origin remains unknown.
Go. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
That's headshot boost. Reload efficiency. 10% less reload speed. I mean, I would rather have the headshot boost, to be honest. Launch efficiency, launch energy cost. I think I have enough energy all the
People
time.
react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
I could fast travel there, right? Somehow. I think. How do we fast travel exactly?
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Can I not like fast forward it
The
or
Ocean
something?
View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field.
Huh. Where exactly did I come from? I don't even remember. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance. Once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code-red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system all clear. The process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess works, okay, Marshall? What the hell is this now? Too much. Where did I come from, dude? I forgot. Pneumatics. Dead letters. Oh, I came from here. Yep. Central Executive is where I want to go. I'm at Dead Letos. Well, that makes my life simpler. But I feel like there's gonna be a lot to explore, I guess. I could just fast travel from the same first place to here, but okay, whatever, hardly matters. We just need to speak with Emily, who is... Where's Emily? In this room.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Initial encounters with the entity known as Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Mrs. Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to file something for further report.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darlin. Tomasi, but he's gone. He is gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
It's very weird, this game. Like, it's super interesting, but it's also super weird. Janitor. Ability points received. Open loadout. Mission directorial override. That's what I'm gonna do next time, but I don't have any board countermeasures. We have new weapon mods. Shadow projectile. Projectiles fired +2 headshot damage. Okay, unlocked by upgrading. How do I upgrade this shit, dude? Like, it shows me no button to upgrade shit, so that's super weird. Maybe I cannot upgrade it yet, and I should be able to upgrade it later. Maybe. Right, so unfortunately guys, this is where I'll be ending the video. In the next one I'm gonna continue my journey of Control, and we're gonna start by talking to Jesse again. And then we're gonna see what else the game has in store for us. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.